Shut the fuck up, dude.
No.
Shut the fuck up. Watch this.
Find the Tommy Fury time.
Over the past 15 years and across more than 2,000 episodes, we've witnessed nearly every facet of Joe Rogan's dynamic personality. But every now and then, the conversations take a sharp turn, sparking some of the most intense and unforgettable moments in JRE history. From fiery debates to full-blown clashes, here are the top 5 most heated arguments ever on the Joe Rogan Experience. Kicking things off, Dave Portnoy and Joe Rogan clash over whether Tommy Fury is a legit boxer or just a name. Sparks fly.
A real boxer.
Of course he's a real boxer.
No chance.
He's a professional boxer. Is he a world champion? No. But maybe he is. Is he?
No.
What is he? What is like
Tommy Fury?
He might have some sort of a title.
If he does, it's a name only. I saw Tommy Fury box. He is not a boxer.
Well, he's definitely a boxer.
Well, he puts on gloves.
He's definitely a boxer. But is he a boxer like his brother? No.
Well, clearly, but Tommy Fury would not. We would not know who Tommy Fury was if his last name wasn't Fury.
Probably we wouldn't know as much about him.
I don't.
But he's still a good-looking guy. He's built great. He looks looks the part.
Looks the part, no doubt. But what I'm saying,
he's a good journeyman boxer.
Let me rephrase this. I'm not. I think Jake Paul would kill Tommy Fury, and that wouldn't change. I don't know how good Jake Paul is, but I don't know of any boxer who can bring enough to a Jake Paul fight.
So here's Tommy Fury. You telling me this guy doesn't look like a boxer? You're out of your fucking mind.
Who's he fighting?
But I don't give a fuck, dude. Look at this. Look at this. He's fighting a professional boxer. The guy's fighting looks good. Dude, you're crazy if you don't think Tommy Fury's a boxer. Look at that uppercut. Shut the fuck up, dude.
No.
Shut the fuck up. Watch this.
Find the Tommy Fury fight on the Jake Paul card.
Shut the fuck up.
This guy cannot.
Please shut the fuck up and watch this. Watch what he's doing. This motherfucker is 100% a boxer.
Can you find me the record of Volkanovski?
This. Stop. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this.
What is that?
This guy's a fucking boxer, man.
That doesn't prove anything. Find me the record of Volkanovski.
Just look at this. Just look at what he's doing. I don't give a shit. Look at the way he's delivering these combinations. He's 100% a boxer.
No.
Dude, you're high. You're fucking high. Look at that right hand.
Cigar.
Dude, look at this fucking punching ability. Tommy Fury is 100% a legit boxer. You're out of your mind if you don't. Look at this.
Look at
that right hand.
That was in slow motion.
No, it's not in slow motion.
I think you slowed that down.
No,
I didn't do anything, but this is a highlight reel.
But look at his highlight reel. Look at his highlight reel. He is 100% a legitimate professional boxer. If you don't think so, you're just being a hater.
No, I'm not a hater.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Why would I hate Tommy Fury?
Even though Dave Portnoy refuses to accept Tommy Fury as the real deal, Rogan stands his ground, backing up his argument with facts, despite Portnoy's unwavering skepticism. The tension, absolutely electric.
Do you know that that's also the case with a lot of undefeated fighters as they're making their way up? Because what happens is fighters are very clever, their managers are very clever, they match them up with people that's going to give them a good record. Because in boxing, if you're going to be challenging Canelo Alvarez or whatever, they want to see 16-0. They want to see someone who's like an undefeated fighter or like 16-1.
The last guy he fought was 11-2.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good fighter.
I feel it.
Dude, you're out of your mind.
I don't think so.
Play that highlight reel again. I just want you to look at this. I want you to look at this objectively. If you look at this objectively and you look at the way he's knocking guys out and landing punches.
I have nothing against Tommy Fury.
But just watch some of this. Just watch some of this. Dude, this is legit boxing, man. Watch this. You're out of your fucking mind if you don't think that's good. Look at this.
Can we
Shut
rewind
the fuck
that
up
one?
And look
Can
at
we
this.
rewind and show the punch that guy in the red trunks threw? That was
because the guy's already rocked.
No, he wasn't rocked when he threw that.
He absolutely was. He'd already been pummeled. I saw that fight. The guy was already getting his ass kicked. He was already getting his ass kicked.
Right,
yeah, he was already getting his ass kicked, man. Watch this right hand. Dude, that is legit. If you don't think that's legit, you're fucking crazy. Watch this uppercut. Watch this punch. Boom, body to the head. Dude, he's legit. 100% legit. Are these guys the best fighters in the world?
We're going to have to agree to disagree on this.
Are these fighters the best in the world? But watch his skills, man. These skills are absolutely legit. I'm telling you, you can't disparage a man's ability to land punches like this.
Even after agreeing to disagree on Fury's skills, Dave's take on Jake Paul's fight with Tommy Fury sparked fresh tension, reigniting the debate. 2. from boxing debates to questioning if the bow Earth is even round. This next clash with Eddie Bravo pushed Joe's patience to the limit. Buckle up. This one's a wild ride.
What the fuck is going on with? I don't know. I don't know.
What, you think there's a conspiracy in the conspiracy?
About a year and a half ago, he said, dude, he was trying to basically say how stupid people are. He said, do you know people still believe the Earth is flat and the sun is 3,000 miles away? And I remember sitting there thinking, shit, what are they, Amish or something? Like, how dumb do you have to be to think the world is flat?
Videos later.
How dumb?
Yeah,
no. And then you brought it up again. And then you brought it up again. You brought it up again, like maybe 6 months later, and I said on your podcast, I said, that is so dumb. That's got to be some kind of CIA psyop. I was trying to debunk it. I was Mr. Debunker.
Eddie, there's a fucking Japanese satellite that takes a photo from 22,000 miles
Those are the
out
worst
every 10
pictures
minutes.
ever. Come on,
Oh,
those
really?
Japanese
It doesn't
pictures.
show
Pull up
that
those
it's
pictures.
flat, though, even if the pixel
Young
is all
Jamie,
fucked
pull
up.
up those pictures. It does
Those
not the worst
Japanese-
pictures.
put up those
Eddie,
Japanese pictures.
It's from 22,000 miles away.
I can't believe you believe those pictures.
Do you remember when you had a flip
pictures,
phone?
man. I can't
You remember when
believe
you had a
That's
flip phone, dude? There's a
CGI
picture.
composites.
So constantly making CGI in some sort
Constantly.
of a computer
Constantly.
bank somewhere.
Yes. Show me a real
But
picture.
listen, NASA
Find
does
it.
not have one.
Despite Rogan's odd best efforts to convince Eddie Bravo that the Earth is round, things only got more intense when Jaime Cott pulled up an article that seemed to back one of Eddie's points. The tension? Through the roof.
It'd be fake.
Propaganda, man.
Okay,
Why
so,
would they care that it's...
It's standing there. That's truth.
Right, but how much?
I believe in that
How much
science.
have you looked into like the science of space travel? How much have you looked into how much work was done to try to put satellites into orbit?
So you think we went to the moon?
That's not what I asked you. I said, how much did you look
Do you
into
think we
that?
went to the moon?
Eddie, answer my fucking
How come you don't
question.
answer my
You talk
question?
ridiculous.
So
because
you're
you
trying to
talk
act-
in circles.
Okay,
You're
all right.
talking in circles.
I am?
They're ridiculous conversations. Everything is the government. The government. The government. The government's fake.
Fake pictures. Watch.
I'm just asking you a question.
Punch up NASA CGI artist picture of Earth. I don't see that up there.
Okay. So where's the? Let's get to some Photoshop
You got to
shit.
find the one where he's talking.
Okay, but this guy's talking about science here. Like some of the science has to be real, right, Eddie? Like there has to be some satellites, like DirecTV. DirecTV's not fake, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but you could do all that with landline stuff. You don't need to go bounce anything from space. You could do all that with landline.
Why wouldn't you? You could just put it in space and it just broadcasts and you shoot it up there and shoot it back. Why would you lie about that? I mean, there's a ton of fucking space junk.
Satellite's easy. Satellite's easy.
boring.
Every time they
satellites
you know
are
who
fake?
pays for satellites? You know who pays for satellites? The taxpayer. They get bills. We need a new telecommunication satellite. We got to
Okay.
throw it up there.
So you don't
we need
think-
$35 million.
You don't think
and they go,
satellites-
yeah, okay, we're gonna sign it. They get the money.
God.
It's a tax scam.
You don't think satellites are real?
I don't think so. Dude, that was
You don't think
the moon
there's
landings
some
were
legit?
so gigantic and so global and the greatest achievement
beat
of
Russia.
mankind, and they don't even have the records anymore. Joe, you know what I'm talking about. We were talking about this earlier.
3. Despite Rogan's best efforts to convince Eddie Bravo that the Earth is round, things only got more heated. Fast forward to another fiery moment, where Joe and his guest Mike Baker dive into how kids in high school are pushing back against woke culture. The tension? Absolutely next level.
Reports from the front lines of kids in high school today. That woke shit's out the window. That word retard comes flying out of these kids' mouths. They're bringing that back strong.
Yeah.
They are bringing that back strong.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that woke thing, it got into college, and then the high school kids, the ones coming up now,
Yeah.
they are rejecting it.
I 100% agree with you, and I know that because our youngest, Muggsy, he's like, 12 years old now. And so he's in 7th grade. And it was in the complete blast zone of woke, right? Because and like the oldest one, who's 16, he kind of had some of it. The middle one, again, didn't care. He was like, fuck you, you don't play ball, so I'm not paying attention to you. And but the youngest one was in a complete fire zone of this woke culture. And you'll never meet a more conservative, sexist kid in your life. Because he's just like, he'll come back and he'll tell us some stories from his school, which is a great school, but it's pretty woke. It's pretty liberal, right? You got kids walking around as furries. You got a lot of multicolored hair. You got all sorts of things going on there. And he'll come back and tell us stories, and he's just like, I just don't understand what the hell's happened. And
Because
so
he works harder at sport.
Yeah,
That's what you get from a lot of people that work hard at sports. People that value hard work. And people that value hard work tend to be more conservative and less inclined to indulge people on their mental illness. Oh, you're a cat. No, you're not. You have cat ears on. They don't even look like a cat. You don't even have a good costume on. Like, you're not tricking people in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You're not a cat.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, no, you're
just 12 and really confused, and I get it.
Yeah, he came home one day and he said some girl turned around dressed as a cat and kicked him, right? Okay. Because she thought he had pulled her tail. And then apparently she hissed at him and walked away. And he was like, I didn't fucking pull her tail.
Oh, my God.
I don't want anything to do with her. Yeah. So
she hissed at him.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
This is so indulgent. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is like Tucker Carlson had a very good point when he talked about the difference between different dysphorias, like body dysphoria for like anorexia versus gender dysphoria. And he said when a child has body dysphoria and they think they're fat, you don't tell them, oh, yeah, you are fat. No, you help them. You say, no, you're not fat. This is just a mental disorder. Yeah. But when someone says, I'm a boy, you say, oh, you are a boy.
Yeah.
You don't say, no, sweetie, your name is Dorothy.
Yeah. Shall we go shopping for dresses?
Dorothy. Why did I come up with Dorothy?
Dorothy.
Are people still naming the kid Dorothy?
I don't think.
I
think no.
Bring it back.
I think Dorothy, Carol. Nobody names their kids Carol.
It's a beautiful name. Those are beautiful names.
Dot.
There's nothing wrong
that was
with
the
Dorothy.
nickname for Dorothy was Dot. I know that because I know a Dorothy.
That's
and
right.
She goes by Dot.
That's right.
Yeah. People are like, what the fuck?
How bizarre. Dot. God. How bizarre.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
So, but you're right. It's the indulgence. And again, look, everybody, fine, do what you want to do. I don't need to go along with it. I don't need to celebrate it. I don't need to, and that's what's expected. It went past like maybe I'm a little bit different. I'm going to go through a phase in life. Now it's like I'm going through a phase, and you better fucking well accept it. Right?
It's also
and celebrate it.
There's like a social value to having anxiety. There's a social value to what you will call childhood trauma. Or social value to like everybody has PTSD.
4. While Joe stayed sober during the other heated debates, his argument with Steven Crowder took a different turn, thanks to some liquid courage. With alcohol in the mix, Rogan got even more fired up than usual, making this clash one of the most explosive in JRE history.
I wouldn't care, because here's the thing, I don't care about it.
One way or the other?
But my issue with it is when, and we saw this in Montreal, I talked about it when people lie about it and they're dishonest with their voting constituency.
Like how so?
Well, saying, it's medicine for A, B, C, or D. It may be medicine for A, but not for B, C, or D.
Well, what are the B, C's, and D's? What are the things that's not medicine
an example.
for?
Well, you're asking me what I wouldn't talk about, and not asking me to defend it. My point is, I don't really care about it.
But what are the B, C's, and D? What you said
it cures cancer.
Well, there has been shown
it helps with cancer about as much as turmeric and ginger. Those things help with cancer.
Anti-inflammatory things.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a prescription.
But CBD has been shown to have
seizures.
tremendous benefits for cancer and non-psychoactive.
Yeah, and certainly with seizures. I have zero problem with CBD being legalized. But my
issue is
also
cannabis.
I'll have to. Yeah, I feel the need to call people out in bullshit when they say, "Well, the reason it's not is because of big pharmaceutical companies." I go, hold on a second. There are 7 patents on chemical compounds for marijuana right now.
Right.
The people who stand to make the most out of marijuana legalization are pharmaceutical companies. That's why they make.
That's not true.
Well, it is. If you look at the biggest supplement companies, it's owned by the same pharmaceutical companies.
But you can't patent
and the
a
one
plant.
Yes, you can. They patented seven at
you
least.
You can patent strains that are GMOs.
No. 7 active chemical compounds in pot that have been patented as drugs. They've gone through the process.
Yeah,
There's
but
one
you
that's
can't
really
patent
efficient.
it to the point where you can't grow pot. How would you stop someone if pot's legal? If pot's legal, how would anyone? And if that's the truth, then that's a real problem.
If pot is recognized as a medicine, right? If pot is recognized, there is no one who would stand to gain more than pharmaceutical companies by providing it as medicine.
That's not necessarily true. If people are allowed to grow it themselves.
Maybe it's not necessarily true. I'll give you that. But I also think it's not necessarily true that the reason people can't smoke up is because Big Pharma is sitting somewhere, Martin Shkreli going, oh, let's make pot illegal.
Not that
That's
guy.
my only point.
But there are absolutely people who have lobbied, as we talked about how the prison guard union has lobbied to keep marijuana illegal. There's absolutely pharmaceutical companies have done the same thing. It was revealed in the WikiLeaks memos.
See, this is where I was saying
don't interrupt me, you fuck. Where Hillary Clinton said that she's against marijuana in every sense of the word, right? You remember those WikiLeaks papers that came out?
Yeah.
Is he? He said he would leave it up to the states.
Yeah.
That's actually a constitutional approach.
But he wants to beef up the war on drugs.
You know why? I bet someone slipped him a pot cookie once and he looked at his hair in the mirror.
No, he's a teetotaler. He doesn't even drink.
What the fuck?
Sold vodka, doesn't drink, Donald Trump. It's crazy.
Yeah. Ever?
No, he says he claims he's never had a
Colorado
drop.
topped $1 billion in legal marijuana sales in 2016.
Good.
Holla.
Yeah.
Holla at Colorado.
Yeah. But another thing that we just wrote about, and again, people get mad with the weed issue.
Economics.
Well, no. Traffic fatalities regarding marijuana have skyrocketed.
And as they dove deeper into the topic, the tension only escalated, pushing the conversation to a full-blown boiling point. This wasn't just a debate. It was an all-out clash of ideologies, fueled by passion and a little too much liquid courage, one of the most intense moments in JRE history. 5. Now, while Joe keeps his cool in this final argument, he doesn't hold back when challenging Candace Owens on her controversial views about climate change. Rogan takes a firm stand, pushing back with facts and intensity, making this a must-watch moment of intellectual sparring.
It was progress. It was progress. It was progress. We have to care about the environment. It was progress. And it's like, no, like we've been losing. America has been losing. And Donald Trump understood that in a way that I didn't. And I thought,
think we have to care about the environment? Like, we
no, not even a little bit. Like,
not even a little bit?
no. Okay, let me clarify this. I don't throw trash on the ground. Like, I'm not saying like we need to like, trash the environment. Like, but do I believe in climate change? No.
You don't believe in climate change?
Well, I think the climate always changes, I guess is what I should say. Do I believe that this is like, an issue that is being, that is global warming, which they've changed conveniently. They got rid of the word once scientists started disproving it. Now they only say climate change. No, I think that was just a way to extract dollars from Americans. I don't at all believe. They had no actionable plan. It was great for Trump to get out of that deal. It was terrible.
Okay, but this is an incredibly complicated subject.
Right.
And if you would have to talk to a bunch of different scientists and see how they gather data and see what they understand about CO2 levels and what's the danger of them and what can combat it and what could not. Have you done all this, or
No,
do you
so I
take
think-
this flippant opinion based
listen,
on the party line?
This wouldn't be the hill I died on, right? But it's not about the party. I just genuinely, I've read a ton about it, but
What
I
have
would
you
not
read?
be able to come to you and say like, this is my strong opinion, but here's like the easiest way to say this, right?
Okay.
The fact that there is a disparity in the science community about whether or not it's real is enough to...
Very little.
Yep.
Very little disparity. Most scientists, the vast majority agree that human beings are negatively affecting climate change.
Yeah.
The vast majority.
Yeah, I just don't think so.
So you think that the very few scientists that disagree with the consensus are the ones that are correct? In 2014, the vast majority, 87% of scientists, said that human activity is driving global warming, yet only half the American public ascribe to that view. So
Well, what website is this?
87%, and this is...
Scientific American.
Yeah.
Yeah, .com though, like, cause that means it's making money. I don't trust that. If it was a .org, I would probably take that. But this is just a random website, and I don't trust.
Scientific American is not necessarily a random website.
Yeah, I don't believe this like at all. Just so you know.
You don't believe it like at all?
I genuinely don't believe it. I know you do, but I genuinely don't believe it.
I
Like,
believe most of the
87%?
time the consensus of scientists.
He presses harder on Owens, pushing her to reconsider her stance and approach the topic of climate change with a more objective lens. Rogan's relentless pursuit of clarity turns this into a gripping battle of perspectives, showcasing his commitment to digging deeper into the truth.
I didn't search for it. That's what I found when I searched it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah, look up.
But
look
this
up,
is my question.
Yeah.
Why are you so sure? This is a
No, because what you just said- because what you just
This is an
said-
extremely complicated subject.
and it is. I said I am not so sure that I would die on the hill for it. The one thing you always find with me is I'll never pretend to be so educated on something. Like I'm not going on college campuses talking about global warming. I don't do that.
Right, but why are you saying that you don't think it exists?
I don't know. Maybe because it got
Here it is.
maybe because it got so politicized.
Studies into scientific agreement on human-caused global warming, and look at all the studies. It's between 100% and 91% at the lowest. 91% of one of the studies from 2014.
This is the Union of Concerned Scientists.
Yeah, they almost. It's a pretty broad consensus.
Who are they polling? Is it the people that are a
Scientists?
part of this?
It's a good question.
.org. That's what I'm asking. That just numbers can be
306 scientists to confirm over 97% of climate scientists agree, and over 97% of the scientific articles find that global warming is real and largely caused by humans.
Right.
So my question to you is, if you want to step outside of the scientific consensus, which is vast and involves 10,306 scientists, and just say, I don't believe in it, even if you're right, you don't have enough information to say that.
Right. No,
you
but that's why I said that's the whole
point. But you're
point.
saying you don't believe it.
I don't. Yeah, I would have to have someone sit down and convince me that it was real. I personally don't believe it. That's okay.
But why?
It's good to start at a place of not believing something.
No, it's not.
You think you should start with believing everything?
No, it's not believe either or. Not believe yes, not believe no.
Yeah.
But don't say you don't believe.
Yeah.
Learn about it.
Yeah.
Learn about it and then have an opinion. But you're stating this opinion without having any real understanding of what climate science is.
But that's exactly what an opinion is. I'm not going. Like I said, if you said that, Candace, you went on to 10,000